Have you ever hugged someone you love, and suddenly, a scent takes you back in time? Maybe it reminded you of your mother's favorite perfume, or the way your grandmother's home always smelled like comfort and warmth. Scent is powerful. It's not just a physical reaction. It is memory. It is emotion. It is identity. But what happens when your own scent, the one you've known all your life, starts to change? Maybe you've caught it after a walk, or while getting dressed in the morning. A slight shift? Not bad, not dirty, just different. And you wonder, is it just me? Let me reassure you, it's not just you. It's something almost every woman experiences, especially as we move into our 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. Today, we are going to talk about something few people speak openly about, but nearly all of us feel: how and why our natural scent changes with age. This is not just about science, although we will talk about the fascinating biology behind it. It is also about our self-image, our confidence, and the quiet questions we carry as we grow older. You'll learn what's really going on inside your body, and more importantly, what you can do to feel fresh, comfortable, and proud of the woman you are. Because aging doesn't take away your beauty. It adds depth to it. So stay with me, because by the end of this conversation, you'll walk away with clarity, with confidence, and maybe even with a new perspective on something you didn't know needed your attention. Let's begin. 1. It's not you. It's your clothes. Here is something most women never expect to hear. Sometimes the scent you are noticing does not come from your body at all. It comes from your clothes. Yes, that blouse you have had for years, or that cozy sweater you always reach for. They might be holding on to more than just warmth. As we age, the way our body produces oils and sweat changes, and the fabrics we wear, especially synthetic ones like polyester or nylon, can absorb those new oils and hold on to them tightly. The problem is, these synthetic materials do not breathe the same way cotton or linen do. They trap moisture and bacteria, and even after washing, a faint odor can linger. You might wash your clothes regularly, even use scented detergents. But if the fabric is holding on to those changes in your sweat, the smell can remain, and it can get stronger over time. And here is something even more surprising. Many fabric softeners and heavily scented detergents actually leave behind a residue. Over time, that residue can build up, creating a layer that locks in odors rather than removing them. So, even though your clothes might look and feel clean, they could still carry a faint stale or musty smell, especially around the armpits, neckline, or inner seams. But there is good news. This is easy to fix with just a few simple changes. Try adding 1/2 cup of white vinegar to your wash cycle. White vinegar is a natural odor neutralizer. It helps break down that buildup and lifts away bacteria without leaving behind any scent of its own. If you want to take it a step further, sprinkle a little baking soda into your laundry load as well. It works as a natural deodorizer and can refresh fabrics that have absorbed long-term odors. And one more thing. Whenever you can, dry your clothes outside in the sun. Sunlight is a natural disinfectant, and that fresh air feeling can actually help eliminate lingering smells better than any dryer sheet ever could. So the next time you notice a scent that does not feel like you, do not be too hard on yourself. It might not be your body. It might just be your wardrobe asking for a little extra love. 2. You are what you eat. You have probably heard the saying, you are what you eat. And when it comes to how we smell, that could not be more true. The foods we put into our bodies do not just affect our weight, our energy, or our health. They also affect the scent that comes out through our skin. And for many women, this connection becomes even more noticeable with age. Let us start with a few common culprits. Red meat, for example, takes longer to digest. During that long digestive process, certain byproducts are released through your sweat. These compounds can mix with your natural body chemistry and create a heavier, sometimes slightly sour scent. Then there are foods like garlic and onions. These contain sulfur-based compounds that do not just affect your breath. They are released through your pores as your body processes them. The result can be a strong, lingering scent on your skin that sticks around longer than you might like. Alcohol is another one to pay attention to. When your liver breaks down alcohol, some of it escapes through your sweat. That is why a person who has been drinking can still smell like alcohol the next day, even after a shower. Even dairy products can be a hidden trigger. Some people have trouble digesting lactose, the sugar found in milk and cheese. When the body struggles to break it down, it can cause bloating, digestive upset, and yes, a change in body odor. That change might be subtle, like a slightly sour or tangy scent, but it can be noticeable. But it is not all bad news. In fact, there are plenty of foods that can actually help you smell fresher, from the inside out. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and parsley are packed with chlorophyll, which works as a natural internal deodorizer. Think of it like a little scrub brush for your system, gently sweeping away odor-causing toxins. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits are also powerful allies. They are high in vitamin C, support your liver, and help flush out waste more efficiently, which can lead to a lighter, cleaner natural scent. Fresh herbs like mint and basil not only add flavor to your meals, but they also contain natural oils that can subtly improve how your sweat smells. And let's not forget green tea. Rich in antioxidants, green tea helps neutralize internal odors and supports your body's natural detox systems. Just 1 or 2 cups a day can make a gentle, noticeable difference over time. So if you have started noticing a change in your scent, take a closer look at what you are eating. You do not have to give up your favorite foods entirely, but small swaps, like choosing fish over red meat, adding more greens to your plate, or sipping green tea instead of coffee, can help you feel lighter, cleaner, and more in tune with your changing body. Because how you nourish yourself does not just show up on your plate. It shows up in your presence and in the way you feel in your own skin. 3. Medications and your body chemistry. Now let us talk about something that often gets overlooked: your medications. Most of us are taking something by the time we reach our 50s, 60s, or 70s. Whether it is for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, pain relief, or even mood support, medications have become a regular part of life. And while they are incredibly helpful, they can also quietly change the way your body smells. You might not notice it at first. Maybe it is just a slightly different scent on your skin, or a faint change in how your clothes smell at the end of the day. But if you have started a new medication and noticed something feels off, your body might be trying to tell you something. Here is why that happens. When you take medication, your body breaks it down, just like it does with food. During that breakdown process, your body creates byproducts, little chemical leftovers. Some of those byproducts are released through your urine, some through your breath, and others through your sweat. Blood pressure medications are a common example. Some of them can increase how much you sweat, or change the balance of minerals in your sweat. That might make your natural scent slightly sharper or saltier than before. Certain antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications affect your nervous system, which also controls your sweat glands. As a result, these medications can lead to more sweating in some people, or even trigger a slightly metallic or sour odor. Diabetes medications, especially if blood sugar is not well controlled, can sometimes cause a faintly sweet or fruity scent. This happens when your body starts burning fat for energy instead of glucose, producing chemicals called ketones, which can be released through your skin. And then there are pain medications. Some women who take long-term opioids, like those prescribed after surgery or for chronic pain, report a change in their personal scent, something slightly stronger, musky, or even medicinal. Now here is the important part. This does not mean something is wrong. It simply means your body is processing these medications in a very real and natural way. But it also means you should feel empowered to talk about it. If you have noticed a change in your scent since starting a new medication, bring it up with your doctor. Even a small adjustment in dosage or switching brands could make a difference. And if changing the medication is not an option, which is often the case, there are still simple things you can do to help your body stay balanced. First, stay well hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps your kidneys and liver flush out those byproducts more effectively, which can reduce any lingering scent. You can also add hydrating foods to your meals, things like cucumbers, watermelon, and celery. Second, give your skin extra care. A gentle, fragrance-free cleanser, especially one with antibacterial properties, can help keep odor-causing bacteria in check without drying out your skin. 4. Stress and scent. When emotions show up on your skin, let's take a moment to talk about stress, not just how it makes you feel, but how it makes you smell. Now that might sound surprising, but it is one of the most real and most overlooked ways our emotions show up physically. Have you ever had one of those days when everything just feels off? You're anxious, overwhelmed, maybe even a little irritable. And then you catch a whiff of yourself and think, that's not how I usually smell. That is not your imagination. That is your body responding to stress and doing exactly what it was designed to do. Here is how it works. Your body has two types of sweat glands. The first are called eccrine glands. These are the ones that produce watery, odorless sweat, mostly to help cool your body when you are hot or exercising. But the second type are called apocrine glands. These are found mostly in your underarms and groin area, and they are activated by stress, anxiety, or strong emotion. When apocrine glands release sweat, it is thicker and richer in proteins and fats. And that is where the problem begins, because bacteria on your skin love to break down those compounds. When they do, they create the sharp, often unpleasant scent we associate with stress sweat. And here is something important for all of us to understand. As we get older, stress can hit us harder. Maybe it is health worries. Maybe it is financial uncertainty. Maybe it is changes in family roles or a sense of loneliness. These emotional shifts are real, and so are the physical effects, including how our bodies smell during those times. But the good news is, there are gentle, simple ways to manage this kind of scent, starting with how we care for ourselves emotionally. Deep breathing is one of the most powerful tools you have. When you slow your breath, even just for a few minutes, you help calm your nervous system. And that alone can reduce the amount of stress-related sweat your body produces. Another helpful step is to switch to a body wash with antibacterial ingredients. Something gentle, not harsh, that helps reduce the bacteria that feed on apocrine sweat. And let's not forget what you wear. Tight, synthetic fabrics trap heat and moisture, which only makes things worse. Natural fabrics like cotton, bamboo, or linen allow your skin to breathe. They help release heat and reduce odor buildup throughout the day. But maybe most importantly of all, be kind to yourself. Managing stress is not just about smelling better. It is about feeling better. It is about recognizing what your body is trying to tell you and offering it the support it needs. Not judgment, not shame, just compassion. You've been strong for a long time. You have held families together, worked through losses, made sacrifices. If your body is asking for a little peace, a little calm, a little room to breathe, it is okay to listen. Because your scent is not a problem to fix. It is part of the language your body uses to speak to you. And when we listen with patience and care, we can respond with love. 5. The hormonal symphony. How menopause changes your natural scent. Let's talk about hormones, not just how they affect your mood or your energy, but how they quietly shape the way you smell. From the moment we go through puberty, our bodies begin playing a hormonal symphony. Estrogen, in particular, becomes a powerful conductor. It helps regulate everything from skin texture to sweat levels to how our natural scent is processed and expressed. In your younger years, whether in your 20s, 30s, or during pregnancy, estrogen helps keep body odor softer and more subtle. It supports moisture in the skin, balances the bacteria on the surface, and even influences how perfume settles and lingers on your body. But then, the shift begins. As we reach menopause and move through it, estrogen levels drop. This hormonal change affects more than just your monthly cycle. It changes the landscape of your skin. Your skin becomes drier, your sweat glands slow down, and the type of sweat your body produces, along with the bacteria that live on your skin, starts to evolve. Now, you might think that sweating less would mean smelling less, but that is not always the case. Drier skin can actually lead to a shift in your scent. Without as much natural oil and moisture to act as a buffer, the bacteria on your skin change in number and type. These new bacteria may break down sweat differently, creating a scent that feels unfamiliar. Some women describe it as slightly spicier. Others say it is sharper or more noticeable. And here is where it can get frustrating. Your old deodorant, the one that worked perfectly for decades, might suddenly stop doing its job. That soft floral lotion you loved may not smell the same on your skin anymore. Your signature perfume might fade faster or even take on a different tone altogether. But again, let me reassure you, this is normal. You are not doing anything wrong. Your body is not broken. It is just changing, and it is asking you to adapt alongside it. There are things you can do to support your skin and help your natural scent feel more balanced and comfortable again. Start by using a pH-balanced body wash made for mature skin. These cleansers help maintain the natural acidity of your skin, which is important for keeping odor-causing bacteria in check. Moisturizing is also key. When your skin is hydrated, it creates a smoother barrier, one that holds moisture better and helps your scent settle more gently. And pay attention to the fabrics closest to your body. Natural materials like cotton and bamboo absorb moisture and allow your skin to breathe, which makes a real difference in how fresh you feel throughout the day. But more than anything, I want you to remember this. Your body is not fading. It is evolving. Your scent is not less feminine. It is more nuanced, more lived in, more honest. This is your body's way of saying, I've been through things. I carry wisdom. I am still here, still strong, and still beautifully mine. So if you have felt confused or even embarrassed by changes in your scent, know that you are not alone. This is one of the quiet ways menopause reshapes our lives. And when we understand it, we can embrace it with clarity and grace. 6. The truth about old person smell and why it's not what you think. We have all experienced it. That distinct smell often associated with older people or their homes. It's not exactly unpleasant, but it's noticeable. Some call it musty, others say it's sweet or waxy. But what most people don't realize is that this scent doesn't come from old furniture or dust. It comes from the body. And there's a scientific reason why. As we age, our bodies begin to produce a compound called 2-non-enol. This chemical forms through a natural process called oxidative stress. Basically, the body's way of breaking down fatty acids in the skin. 2-non-enol typically starts to appear after the age of 40 and becomes more noticeable as we grow older. What makes it different from regular body odor is that it's not caused by bacteria breaking down sweat. It's not something a strong deodorant can cover. And because our skin becomes thinner with age, this compound isn't absorbed the way it used to be. It stays on the surface and can even transfer to clothes, bedding, and furniture over time. But here's the good news. This process is completely normal and manageable. One of the most effective ways to reduce 2-non-enal is by staying hydrated and eating a diet rich in antioxidants. Foods like berries, leafy greens, green tea, and citrus fruits can help fight oxidative stress and reduce the production of this odor-causing compound. You can also help your skin by exfoliating gently once or twice a week. This removes dead skin cells where 2-non-enal tends to build up, and always moisturize afterward. Healthy, nourished skin is better at renewing itself and staying balanced. So if you've noticed a faint new scent on your pillow or in your clothes, don't panic. It's not a sign of poor hygiene. It's just another part of the natural aging process. And like everything else that comes with age, wisdom, resilience, depth, it can be handled with grace, understanding, and a little self-care. 7. It's not you. It's your clothes. Have you ever noticed a strange odor even after you've showered and changed? You might wonder, is it me? But here's the truth. Sometimes it's not your body. It's your clothes. As we age, our sweat and skin oils change in composition. These changes interact with the fabrics we wear in ways that are easy to overlook. Synthetic materials like polyester and nylon tend to trap moisture, oils, and odor-causing bacteria. Even after a wash, these fabrics can hold on to scent, especially in places like underarms, collars, and waistbands. And here's something surprising. Many commercial detergents and fabric softeners don't help. In fact, they often make things worse. These products can leave behind a residue that builds up over time. Instead of removing odor, that buildup locks it in, layer by layer, wash after wash. So while your clothes may look clean and smell like lavender for a day, those trapped odors slowly come back. And over time, they begin to shape how you think you smell, even if your body is perfectly fresh. But you can fix this easily. Try washing your clothes with white vinegar. Just add half a cup to your laundry cycle. It naturally breaks down odor-causing residues without any artificial scent. You can also sprinkle baking soda into your wash. It's gentle, non-toxic, and acts as a natural deodorizer. Also, don't overload the washer. When clothes are packed too tightly, they don't rinse properly, and that means odors can linger. And whenever possible, dry your clothes outside. Fresh air and sunlight act as natural disinfectants and help lift out stubborn smells. Another tip: if possible, lean toward natural fabrics like cotton, linen, or bamboo. They allow your skin to breathe, absorb less odor, and wash cleaner than synthetics. So the next time you catch an unexpected scent, take a closer look at your laundry, not just your body. Sometimes, staying fresh means refreshing what you wear, not changing who you are. 8. Your home environment and how it affects your scent. When we think about scent, we often focus on our bodies, what we eat, what we wear, how we sweat. But there's another powerful influence that's easy to overlook: the space around us. Your home, the air you breathe, the fabrics you live with every day. All of it becomes part of your personal scent, often without you even realizing it. Have you ever walked into someone's home and immediately recognized their smell? It might be warm, comforting, or slightly musty. Over time, soft surfaces like sofas, curtains, bedding, and carpets absorb tiny particles from the air: cooking oils, perfume, skin cells, even pet dander. These particles mix with your body's natural scent and become part of the atmosphere. For older adults, this scent tends to linger more. Why? Because as we age, we often spend more time indoors in the same spaces. And if your home has limited airflow, or you keep windows closed most of the year, those smells can build up. That doesn't mean your home is dirty. It just means it's lived in. And like anything that's well used and well loved, it needs a little extra care now and then. Here are a few simple ways to keep your home and yourself feeling fresh. First, open your windows regularly. Even 10 minutes of fresh air a day can make a big difference in clearing out stale particles. Second, sprinkle baking soda on carpets, couches, or mattresses. Let it sit for a few hours, then vacuum. It's an easy, natural way to absorb odor without harsh chemicals. Third, wash bedding and throw blankets weekly. Body oils, hair, and skin cells build up over time, especially on pillows and seat cushions. And finally, consider using an air purifier. These devices filter out dust, allergens, and other scent-carrying particles, leaving your space cleaner and lighter. Remember, your home reflects you, and caring for your space is just another way of caring for yourself. With small, loving changes, your environment can support the freshness and peace you deserve every day. Your scent, your story. As we grow older, our bodies speak to us in quieter, subtler ways. The texture of our skin changes. Our energy shifts. And yes, our scent, that invisible signature we carry with us, evolves too. And yet, no one tells us this. No one prepares us for the moment we no longer smell quite like our younger selves. But that change isn't something to fear or hide. It's something to understand and even honor. Because your scent is not just biology, it's memory. It's the comfort of your hug, the softness of your pillow, the way your grandchild knows you're near, even before they see you. What you've learned in this conversation is simple but powerful. You're not alone. Every woman experiences these changes, whether they talk about them or not, and every one of those changes is a reflection of the life you've lived, full of love, effort, laughter, and yes, even loss. But here's the beautiful truth. You have more control than you think. With a few small shifts in diet, skincare, clothing, and your home, you can stay fresh, confident, and deeply connected to your body. Not the body you had at 20, but the one that has carried you through decades of living. So the next time you catch a new scent and wonder, is that me? Let the answer be yes, proudly. It is you. It's the scent of wisdom, resilience, and a life well lived. You are not fading. You are deepening. And if no one has told you lately, you are beautiful, you are enough, and you are allowed to change. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this conversation gave you not only answers, but peace.